Hi, I'm Jo James, and you're...
Dave James, and we're directors of BeGin Distilling Limited. We're producers of Juno Gin.
Our company makes gin.
We distill alcohol and make gin, but a premium gin.
The Callaghan Innovation Getting Started grant, we've found very useful for building our understanding about the botanicals that we're using in our gin, and working with growers locally and around New Zealand to build that botanical market, not just for us as we grow, but also for other gin makers in New Zealand.
We needed to ensure that our supply chain was competent in our raw materials, and if we're going to take over world domination of the gin market, then we need to make sure that we've got the botanicals coming through. And the other thing that the grant gave us was entry into Massey University. We're both strong in research and development, R&D, and it's very difficult to know how to approach these research institutions in a way that you can get a meaningful result back. So the Getting Started grant linked us with Massey, the food technology faculty, and that in itself is hugely valuable to us.
Together, that grant has created business opportunities for a range of people, so not just gin makers, but gin drinkers too. Venture Taranaki, you told us about the kinds of grants that were available and helped us to choose the one that was appropriate for this kind of project. I think one of the key benefits of having the Getting Started grant is the confidence to include R&D right from the get-go of your product. You might have a great idea for one thing, but the research and development stuff is what's going to keep you ahead of the pack, if you like. Working with Venture Taranaki to access those grants was very straightforward and really helpful to actually access those grants.
Well, we've had to apply for the grants, so the wording's ours, but Venture Taranaki also provides an overview of it to make sure that the wording that we're using is not convoluted and understandable to the layman.
Sometimes you don't know what you need until you've actually got into the project, and Venture Taranaki have been really helpful at reformatting not the net intention of the grant, but some of the specifics of how it might be used, so that then it still meets the grant brief, the overview if you like, and we can still provide a report at the end, which I have to say was not onerous at all. It's very nice and straightforward, summing up of what we used the money for and what the outcomes were.
It hasn't scared us to apply for grants into the future.